Hello guys, welcome to today's class. We are going to be looking at resolution of three or more vectors. Okay, in our previous class we looked at how we can just resolve a simple vector. So this time we are going to be looking at a component or a situation where we have more than two vectors. Okay, also. Now let's look at this. We have this question that we should find the resultant of the system, and this is the diagram here. We have a vector 6, we have vector 4, we also have vector 2 root 2, okay, and we have their respective angle to the what? To the horizontal. Alright, so if we are going to resolve this vector and get the resultant, we are going to know that the resultant arrow is equal to the square root of the summation of x squared plus the sum of y squared. Okay, so once we get this, take the square and take the square root of everything. What we get is the resultant. Okay, so but before we do that, what we are trying to do is to resolve the vector. Okay, now if we look at this question here, we need to take note of this. Look at this diagram. Okay, now we have the positive y-axis. This is the positive y, this is the positive x, this is negative y, and this is negative x, and this is negative y. Okay, now this whole part, when we are resolving for the vertical components, if you are resolving for the vertical component, this whole part here becomes positive. Okay, then this down part here becomes negative. Now if you are resolving for the horizontal, okay, that is this way or this way, either the positive or the negative, then this whole part here becomes positive, and this whole part here becomes negative. That is when you are resolving for the horizontal. This is when you are resolving for the vertical. Okay, so let's solve the question. Now we are going to find the sum of x, which is equal to, now we are going to, the sum of x means we are resolving for the horizontal. Okay, we are resolving for the horizontal component. So if we go back to the diagram, we see that we divide this diagram into two parts. One is for the positive x, okay, and the other is for the negative x. So that for the positive x, we are going to have that there's only one vector here, which is what? Which is 4. Okay, so that this will be 4. And when we resolve for the horizontal, we are going to have that the trigonometry there will be cos, then the angle it makes with the horizontal. What's the angle it makes with the horizontal? You see that there is no angle that is here, just 0. So it does not make any angle, it's just lying on the horizontal, so that the angle here is 0. Now the next one, when we get to this part, now this is just lying between, okay, such that we don't know if it is at the positive side or if it's at the negative side. Okay, so what we do is we write that it will be positive of 6, then we are resolving for the horizontal, so it will be cos, then the angle it makes with the horizontal is what? Is 90. So that's the right angle there, so it's 90. Then the next, once we have moved to this side, we see that the other vector we have there is just 2 root 2. Okay, so we have 2 root 2, and it makes an angle with the horizontal as 45 degrees. So that if we write down, we are going to put minus, because we are not in the negative part of the horizontal. So we have minus 2 root 1, 2. Then we write cos. The angle there is what it makes is 45 what degree. Right. So now we check this. 4 cos 0 plus 6 cos 90 minus 2 root 2 cos 45. So you can punch that in your calculator. So what do we have? We are going to have that here will be 4 cos 0 is what? Is 1 plus 6 cos 90 is what? Is 0 minus 2 root 2. Okay? Then cos 45 is what? Is 1 root 2. Okay, so this will be 4, then this will go to 0, then we have here root 2, we cancel root 2, then we have minus 2. So that this will be 4 minus 2, which is equal to what? 2. Okay, and that's the unit for this. So we have gotten the sum of x here. Then, when resolving for the vertical, okay, we take the sum of the vertical components. Okay, now remember what we said. When resolving for the vertical, everything up becomes positive and everything down becomes negative. Okay, so what we have as the positive there, or the only vector there, is what? Is 6. Okay, so that this will be 6. Then for vertical components, we use what? Sine. Okay, so this will be 6 sine, and the angle it makes with the horizontal is what? Is 90. Okay, then we have 4 here. Okay, and 4 is just lying directly at the horizontal, so we don't know whether it's at the vertical or the positive or the negative vertical. Okay, so we just say that this will be 4 plus 4 sine, and the angle it makes with the horizontal here is of course 0, then minus. Now why we are using minus now is because we are at the negative part of the vertical. Okay, so and the only vector here is 2 root 2, then we have that angle. So we have 2 root 2, then the angle there is sine 45. So if we punch our calculator, this will give us sine 90 will be 1, then we have 4 sine 0 will be what? 0, then we have 2 root 2, sine 45 will be 1 root 2. Okay, so you see now that this will be 6 here, that is 6 times 1 is 6, here it goes to 0, then we have root 2 here, we cancel out root 2, then what we have left is what? Is 2, so that this will be equal to what? To 4. Okay, so that is 6 minus 2 is 4, so that is the unit we have here. Then we have gotten the sum of y and the sum of x. So remember, the resultant is equal to this. So therefore our resultant will be equal to the square root of the sum of x squared will be 2 squared plus that of y squared will be 4 squared. Okay, so if you solve, you are going to have that this will be 2 times 2 will give us 4, and 4 times 4 will give us what? 16. So which is equal to, we are going to have root what? 20. Okay, so our answer is root 20. But from your solve, we know that root 20 is the same as writing 4 times 5, right? Good. So this will be 2 root what? Root 5. So that's our answer, 2 root 5 units. So that's the vector, the resultant of this word vector is 2 root what? Root 5. So that's for the first one there. And then this, what we did here was just simplification of surd, and we already have a video for simplification of surd, so you can check that video. Alright, so the next one there we have is this question 2. So let's look at the question 2. So for question 2, we have the vector as figure 2, and we have asked to consider the diagram as well as find the resultant of the diagram or the system. So if you watch closely, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vectors in this diagram. Okay, now we are going to resolve first for the horizontal component. So if we resolve for the horizontal component and get the sum of x, okay, now this means that we are dividing this into two parts now. The first is the horizontal, the positive x, and the second is the negative what? X. So if we start from the positive x, we have vector 12, 10, 15, and probably maybe 16 all fall into this aspect. Okay, so that now if we start from 12 Newton, we see that we have 12. Then since we are resolving for the horizontal, it will be cos. The angle it makes with the horizontal here is 50 degrees. So we have 50. Then we put plus because we are still on the positive. Then this is the next one. We have 10 Newton. Then cos. The angle it makes with the horizontal is just lying on the horizontal, so it's 0. Okay, so we write down that 0. So the plus 15, and the angle it makes with this horizontal is not directly given in the diagram. Okay, it's not directly given in the diagram, but we know that the angle from this point here to this point is 90. Okay, so if we subtract 90 minus 30 to give us what? 60 degrees. So the angle here should be what? 60 degrees. Okay, so that's the angle there, 60 degrees. So now we have that we are going to have cos 60 degrees. Okay, not 30 degrees. Okay, we use the one with the what? The horizontal, the angle formed with the horizontal. So now the next one here we have is 16 Newton. Okay, and the angle it forms with the horizontal is what? Is 90 degrees. So we have, let's write it here, plus 16 cos 90 what? Degree. So we put minus. That means we have now go to the negative part of the diagram. Okay. So when we move to the negative, the only vector we see there is what? Is 20 Newton. Okay. So that's the only vector we see there. So we write 20 Newton cos, and the angle here is what? Okay. In the diagram, the angle here is, okay, here is given as 40 degrees. That's the angle in the diagram. So here we write what? 40 degrees because that's the angle it forms with the horizontal. So we have this now. We can therefore calculate the what? The sum of what? Of x. Okay. So from our calculation, we have that everything here gives us 9.89 Newton. Okay, that's for the sum of x. Then for the sum of y, we are going to divide this system into two, the positive y and the negative y. So let's work on the positive y. Okay, from this point here upward, we have two vectors, 20 Newton, 12 Newton. Okay, and maybe probably 10 Newton, just that it lies on the horizontal. So if we take these three vectors, we have 20. Now, since we are working at the vertical, we use sine. Okay, so this will be 20. The angle it makes with the horizontal here is what? 40. So we write down what? 40. Then plus, because we are still on the positive. Okay, so this will be 12 sine 50 degrees. That is the angle it makes here. Then here it's just lying on the horizontal, so the angle is 0. So we have plus 10 sine what? Sine 0. Then we have the next one there is the one for the negative. Now for the negative component, here we look down to this point. We have two vectors, this and this, right? 6 Newton and 15 what? Newton. 16 Newton and 15 Newton. That's the only vector we have there. Now, the 15 Newton makes an angle with the horizontal, and we have 60 degrees. Then 16 Newton makes an angle with the horizontal, and we have what? 90 degrees. So we write minus 15 sine 60 minus then this is 16 sine 90. Okay, then when you check that in your calculator, you are going to have minus 6.95 in what? In Newton. So that is the sum of what? Of y. Okay, so our resultant will be equal to the square root of the sum of x all squared plus the sum of y all what? Squared. So we have the sum of y. Our sum of y here is, sum of x rather, is 9.89 all squared, right? Plus the sum of y here is the negative of 6.95 all squared. Now, when we check that in our calculator, we are going to have 12.09 Newton. So that's what we have in our calculator. So that becomes our resultant. So we have been able to find the resultant of this vector. So take note, make sure that the angle form is with the horizontal. Okay, don't use the angle form with the vertical, except you are going to reverse the condition or the law in this vector properties. Alright, so we are going to stop here for today. In our next class, we continue with more examples on resolution of vector, okay, of more than 3 components. Alright, so thank you very much. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love you to do that, and also click the notification bell to get updates of our series of videos that will be coming up. Alright, thank you very much.